knows how our forefathers happened to master so many spiritual secrets,
right?
And people till today can talk
Can't
to trees and
it,
trees
right.
will die. I don't know how they happen to discover all those laws from the nature.
Look at just how beautiful Africa is. I mean, look at the palm trees. You got the water. I mean, look at just how beautiful Africa is. But they still want to put this image in our head that is destitute, it's not beautiful, war, disease. I mean, look at this. I mean, you can't. I mean, look at the palm trees. You know, we're walking to the beach right now, and this is all over Africa.
So
no, perfect.
I would just try, yeah. Okay, so first of all, I would like to say that the most difficult question one can answer as far as Voodoo is concerned is what Voodoo is. It is a very difficult question to answer. And when we even listen to different priests and different chiefs, we notice that the definitions are not the same. But we can retain something. When we say Voodoo, it refers to spirits, to energies. It is, Dagbo said, I mean the Chief Supreme of Voodoo community, said that Voodoo is just an heritage from our forefathers, and no one can really give a definition of Voodoo. No one knows how it really started, but we just know that it's our religion. It is our faith, our forefathers' faith, and we follow them, to follow their footsteps. But personally, I would like to say that Voodoo is like the universe. It is a matter of principle. And before you get to Voodoo, you have to meet an Ifa priest. Yes, everything starts from the Ifa priest, from divination.
Yeah.
Because in our tradition, it is said that we are all human being births. Each person has its special energy. And like the word, you see the flowers don't have the same colors. And the wings are not even the same. It depends on the area. So it depends on where you are from spiritually. And it depends on which element of the universe dominates you. You may be based on principle of water. You may be based on principle of fire. You may be on the principle of the air. So it depends. And those four, there are four main elements, which is water, fire, the air, and the earth. Those are the four elements, I mean the four main deities we have in Voodoo. And when we're talking about the earth, we are meaning Sapata. That is the major, the main deity there. And when we're talking about the principle of air, we are talking about Dan. Dan. It is a symbol. We have snake. Yeah, that symbolizes the air principle. And when we're talking about fire, we can think of Hebioso, the thunder. But we can also think of Ogu, which means iron. And we say that the iron is on earth, but thunder is in the air somehow, but both together make fire. They are from the principle of fire. And we can talk about the water. Talking about water, we have Tohosu. Tohosu is, when we say Hosu even, it is the chief, the king. So the main deity, as far as water is concerned, is Tohosu. And in that water, we have many divisions in every element. When we take the domain of water, we say that Tohosu is the highest principle. But we have Mami Water, we have many other deities they can cite. The same way when we come on earth, we have also many other divisions. When we go to the side of the air, also we have many other divisions. So we can just that is a matter of principle. And in our everyday practice, everyday communication, we use the word Voodoo in many different circumstances. And the understanding me personally I can give is that Voodoo means simply what is beyond human explanation. Something that is beyond human explanation. For example, if we have a miracle, somebody produce a miracle or something happens in your life and you cannot explain, you don't know how to explain this, you say that, oh, this is Voodoo. But kings also, to show their power, can say, and this is Voodoo, this is me Voodoo. This means that enemies cannot destroy, not directly destroy, cannot understand where I get my energy from. You see, so it is related to something that we cannot explain. It is difficult to explain. So that is the definition or the meaning we give it while communicating and saying me Voodoo, oh, this is Voodoo. Even sometimes you can give birth to children, and in Africa they say, hey, is that a human being? That is a Voodoo, because maybe genetically the son has a problem growing, or in the behavior of that children, those children, there's something strange. Yeah. And today everybody say, oh, the children we have today are like Voodoos. This means simply that they are more intelligent than us. They seems to know everything before coming in life. So the word Voodoo is a polysemic word. It is applied to many things, many domains, many sectors. Now, we have what we call Voodoo window, which is the religion itself. You see? But the word simply, that's what I try to explain now. It is a polysemic word, but apart from the common use of the word Voodoo, we have Voodoo window, which is the religion of our forefathers. And it is that part that has to do with deities, with spirits. And now, when we take also that part, we are going to classify Bo from Voodoo. Because Voodoo is working for the whole community, but Bo is working for a single person.
For yourself.
Yeah. You may use it for your family, but when it is Voodoo window, it has to do with the whole community. And you cannot stand up and make your Voodoo.
So what do you mean it has to do with the whole community? Like you'll make offerings for the whole community? Or you will pray to better the whole community?
I don't get it, but...
Tu veux dire que quand tu dis Voodoo pour toute la communauté, c'est pour que la communauté soit mieux ou que ça...
No. Oh,
Is it that he's of service more than just for his own?
Oh, service to the community.
yeah. What I'm meaning is this. You know, we have. I first focused on the fact that Voodoo is a vocabulary, a common vocabulary
Yeah, right,
first,
yeah.
which means something that is beyond our explanation.
Yeah.
And in this context, a simple magician, I mean, if you happen to do miracle or to transform this water into wine and we cannot explain, we may consider, what is this? Do you understand? It will surprise people. How come you are here and you transform this? But this may be simple mastery of elements or secrets.
Yeah.
Maybe some spiritual secret, and you know that when I add this to this, it will give this result.
Yeah.
It is a simple knowledge that you're using, but we do not master.
Yeah.
But for us who are not initiated, who do not know where you get that power from, we're gonna say that, it is beyond our explanation. It has to do with Voodoo.
Yeah.
But Voodoo, whether it's not that, is a religion like we have Christianism, Islam. It's like that. It's pure. And it is in that component that in Voodoo, whether that we have the four main elements. Do you understand now?
Yeah.
Okay, and when you come here, for example, you go in this Iwida, and they show you a Voodoo, they say this is Sapata, you can go to Baraku, you can go to Port Novo, it will be the same.
Yeah.
But if it is a simple mastery, a simple knowledge, a simple secret for your own that you have, do you understand? And you can make the sculpture in wood or with sand, anything you have,
Okay, I see what
for your own protection. You see, that is bow. People will say Voodoo because it is beyond our experience. We don't know how he happens to comment the object, simple object.
Okay, I see.
You understand? But that is personal. When you are talking about Voodoo, it engages the whole society, the whole community. And the principle doesn't vary from area to area. It is the same. Do you understand now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I can make my own Voodoo, but really it is not Voodoo window. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It is a bow, it is a fetish.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
You guys.
It is a fetish. That's what you call bow.
Okay.
Do you understand? So I can create my own. But Voodoo I cannot. You understand? That's what I can say as far as defining Voodoo is concerned.
So that's why there's so many deities, because there are people who can create their own.
Yeah, it's possible. You know,
I didn't know that.
create your own Voodoo means create your own fetish.
So is that negative?
It can be positive, it can be negative.
Okay.
Because it's just, at that time, it's just a tool that you're going to use.
Yeah.
Like an arm while going to war. In the past, we use more charms, talisman, and fetish. Do you understand? That is pure creation, discovery of rules of nature.
Okay.
People can talk to trees and trees will die. We lose all the leaves. The same day, even till today, people are able to do that.
Yeah.
People are able to kill their fellow being just with words. It's still going on. They can talk to you, you will become mad. But all those are from Bo. Do you understand? Yeah. How can we explain the fact that we talk to the person become mad? It is Voodoo. But that doesn't have to do with Voodoo. That's why the confusion is very high at that level. Defining Voodoo is very, very difficult.
So can you talk a little bit about the divination process?
Yeah. I would like to tell people, because most people say, I want to get initiated, I want to do this. But sometimes I wonder if they really understand what they're saying. Yeah. You know, in Voodoo window, before you get into contact with any fetish, any Voodoo, any spirit, you have to see the Ifa priest for divination. And when they read, they will see what is the element that is fundamental in your life, in your personality. Which energy governs you? What is the spirit that is controlling you, that is controlling your life? And now it is the Ifa priest who should direct you to a Voodoo priest. And a single person cannot be the chief of many deities at the same time. But because of money today, many things are happening. You know, a single person cannot be priest of Dam, priest of Sapata, priest of Hebe. So it is impossible. It has never been so, and I don't think that it will be like that one day. I don't think. So when you go to the Ifa priest,
can you explain a little bit what's the Ifa priest?
Okay, the Ifa priest is, when we go to Fon, we say Fa, because Ifa is Yoruba, is Nigerian. In Fon, we say Afa.
Fon is the senior church. People here.
Yeah, Fon is those who are here, Beninese. We say Fa. Fa, which means peace, get peace. And if you go to Togo, Lomé, you will hear Afa. You see, Benin, Fa, Togo, Ifa, Afa, Nigeria, Ifa, but almost the same thing. Get peace. When should you go to the Ifa priest? We don't stand up and say, oh, I want to get initiated and go to see the Ifa priest. No. You have some problems. Maybe your business is not going well. Maybe you have health problems. Maybe when you sleep, you don't sleep well, you have bad dreams, people running after you, or you see dead people who already died in your family long years ago. You are sick, you are disturbed somehow. At that moment, you can decide to go to the Ifa priest to say, oh, I would like to know, to have explanation about my dreams or about my problems. You see, another problem that can bring us to the Ifa priest, it may happen, you are in your room and you used to put this water somewhere. And you are sure that every morning I put it here, and you put it here, you go there, before you come back, you notice that it's no longer there. You start checking, you don't find it. What happened? Where did I put this? Where did I put this? Where did I put this? You may spend 30 minutes, 1 hour later, you're done, you forget where you were going, because maybe you were about to go out. You forget about that now, you come, you will see this thing in the same place. It may worry you, and you say, oh, what is happening? And this is not the first time, the second time. I have to consult the Ifa. It is at that moment. So, if you don't have any problem, I don't think that you will be looking for solutions. So, it is when you have problem that you go to the Ifa priest. And once there are many processes. There are different type of divinations. People can use a chain. A chain. I don't know if you have any picture of.
I have video of mine on YouTube. We can pull it up. Yeah.
And apart from that, people can use water. They just take a water in a calabash or in any pot, and just they will see your spirit, everything. They will communicate with the spirit directly. Others will use a mirror, simple mirror, to read your life. Others can use just, I don't know how you say Kori.
Coconut.
Okay, this thing, yeah, exactly. To read, to do the reading. Okay. Others can just take your pen, and when they look in your palm, they will know about your future, your past, everything they will tell you. So there are many types of divination. Others may even use some bottles and they will put some leaves inside, and they will put the leaf there and be talking to the bottles, and they will tell you what you are. So there are different methods. The oldest one is the chain. And when Voodoo people, the priest, the chief, traditional kings, anyone want to do something as far as Voodoo community is concerned, they refer to the former, the first strategy, the chain. That's the one they use. Sometimes they'll use palm nut.
The cola nut. Is the cola nut?
Coconut?
Cola.
Cola, no, not cola.
Is that cola nut?
No. People can also use that, cola, but what I'm talking about, we call it the highest Ifa, the highest principle of Ifa. It is palm nut. You know palm nut?
Yeah.
Okay, they remove everything, the oil, everything they have. And there is the nut itself. Yeah. It is not a common palm nut. When you look at it, you will see a hole, maybe 4 points on it like that. So they have also that principle, and they have 16 in two sides. They can use that also to read your life. And if you go to the Ifa priest for a specific problem, maybe your business is not going well, the Ifa will tell you why and what to do to make it go well. You don't have children, you want to have one. You go to the Ifa priest, he will tell you why and what to do. You have bad dreams, you go to the Ifa priest, he will tell you why and what to do to avoid those dreams. And so on and so forth. But this doesn't mean that you are getting initiated to Ifa. Do you understand?
Yeah, so there's different category to what you're looking for. So if you wanted a consultation for everyday life struggle, you go into the Fa.
Exactly.
But if you wanted an initiation,
it's different.
You would consult the Fa first. That would refer you to a priest
Okay, and no, at that same level of Fa, it's like a hospital. I have a problem, a disease, a condition. I go there to see the physician. You see, so this doesn't mean that I'm initiated to Ifa. Do you understand? Because people can get initiated to Ifa and take Ifa with them and go home. No, Ifa. It is different from Voodoo. When you take it and go home, it is in your house. And any problem you will be having, he will be the one taking them. And yearly, before you enter a new year, you will call a priest who will take your Ifa, the shrine. But is it a shrine?
Well, see, in Nigeria, they do Ifa pots.
Yeah, it's something like that.
It's the Ifa pot. Yeah. See, Ifa in Nigeria. See, it's the oracle is Ifa, but the religion Voodoo and Ifa is different. Because when I went to Nigeria, I was thinking it was the same. Like, no, it's different.
Okay. It's a little different.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is that
because they used to say it's the oracle. Like, so Voodoo uses the Ifa oracle, but the actual religion is different.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No. What I mean is this. When you take Ifa, you can go to the Ifa priest
Right.
for a specific problem,
Okay.
and he will do the divination to solve that problem.
Okay, I think
But you can also,
you have to clarify what do you mean by when you take Ifa? What is the Ifa?
okay, thank you. When you take Ifa also is a spirit. Even if it is a divination, it is also a spirit.
Mais c'est quoi en fait? C'est un truc tangible or what is it?
Yeah. Oui, c'est comme les noix de Pâques dont je vous ai parlé là. C'est ça même le fa dont on parle. Si on va te donner Ifa là, fa là, pour que tu rentres avec, c'est les noix de palme là qu'on va te mettre dans un bol.
So the Ifa priest can give you something for your problem, and so that thing is going to be called Ifa. Is that what you're saying?
No. Okay, I take it.
Similar to like Christianity as far as Pentecostal, like when people say they saved, it's the Spirit, the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. What? Okay. Let me
This
take
song
it.
is like the nuts, right? The nut.
Yeah.
So where do you get that? Where do you get the
They see the video, it'll make sense.
Okay,
They
bring
do.
it to me.
But go ahead, Gerard. Go ahead and talk. But
Otherwise, what?
Is it like are we talking about like a divination tool? Like
yeah. So they use like the chain and the nuts for like for readings.
it's like right, for example, like
Am I right, Gerard? Am I right?
There are
Good.
3 points I would like you to understand
Uh-huh.
about going to the Ifa priest.
It looks like if you're Christian, right, and you're like, my life isn't working, going to church ain't working. I'm gonna go get a tarot reading. I'm gonna go get a room reading, and so forth and so on. You're still like in Christianity, but that doesn't mean you're like a psychic or a Wicca or whatever.
Right. That's what it means. Yeah. Right.
Like you're just getting a reading. You're just soliciting.
Exactly. So you would.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? What you're saying?
Yeah. So there are 3 things you can do. You can go there just for a problem, and he will do the sacrifice to solve that problem. Okay? Now, you can also go there just to find out what energy governs you, who you are at birth, and what you are going to be till you die. You understand? So that is your whole life. And he will tell you the spirits or the energy that governs you. At that level, you are taking Ifa. Because after that process, that is the most expensive process and the longest process in Ifa. That is a little bit different from somebody stole my money. I want to know who, or I'm not having children. I want to know why. I go there, I consult, I say, okay, do this sacrifice, it will come. It is different. But I want to know who I am. What energy governs me? And I go there, this means that I'm taking Ifa. That's what I want to know.
So Ifa is the
And in that process, they must give you some shrine. And you will go home with.
So the Ifa is a divination.
Yeah. But Ifa, you can take Ifa, you can consult Ifa. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
You consult Ifa for a problem.
Right.
You want to take Ifa, that's the difference. And once you come with, and the shrine I'm talking about is just the knots. And it is 16 knots per calabash, 2 calabashes. You may put them in anything you want, but it must be in a clean pot, a good place. Okay? And now it is there with you in your house, hidden somewhere. You may put them in a cupboard. And maybe every year, before you enter a new year, you just bring them out and call the priest, okay, to say, okay, this is the end. I'm happy to, I'm grateful to my Alpha for protecting me all along this year. I'm still alive. Now, a new year is coming. How am I going to behave? What is going to be the challenge in the coming year? And then if I will say, okay, to face this problem, this year, I would like you make this offering. You understand? And that is there till you die. It is forever. So it is different from the simple fact of consulting Ifa. Do you understand?
Yeah, so he's taking a responsibility and a commitment
To yourself.
to yourself, to that spirit, whatever part of the spirit you choose to take, and there is a commitment every year to do a sacrifice to get more guidance so you can move forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you take the guide with yourself and you bring it home.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's it. That's the difference.
But it still doesn't mean you're practicing voodoo though.
No, that's just that.
And that spirit is what? That spirit is how do you say voyant? C'est que cet esprit qu'on appelle Ifa, c'est lui qui va te diriger. It will guide you in everything. It's just the guide. He will say, okay, in this year, after you consult the Ifa, that the shrine that you have in your house, when you consult it, it may say, okay, this year you have to do this offering to Sapata. Okay, you will do this to them of your father. You may do this to your mother. You may do this for your brother. Or pray for them. He will just be guiding you. That is the role of the spirit of Ifa. Do you understand? It is not the deity. We are not going to say that Ifa is like Sapata, Ogu, and so on and so forth. But Ifa will tell you that this year you are going to see Sapata. Or for this specific problem, you are going to do this, you are going to do that. Do you understand?
Yes.
That's what yeah. So it's what I can say.
So can you talk a little bit about sacrifices in the spirituality of voodoo?
Yeah.
I think that's something that a lot of people fear because you guys go in to see some animal sacrifices at the festival. We have to close your eyes, but that thing is real. And I think if you can talk about it.
Yeah, you know, every religion in this life is based on blood. Yeah. Christian, they will not refuse that Jesus got sacrificed. It's blood anyway.
Yeah.
We go to Islam, Muhammad, or how do you say it
Muhammad.
in English? Muhammad. Yeah, he was obliged to sacrifice a goat.
Yeah.
You understand? No matter the religion, I think. And in Voodoo also, we need sacrifices of goats, of animals. We sacrifice animals. Because humanity can be defined as blood. I think that what gathers everybody is that. So when do Voodoo take animals for sacrifice? It depends. It may be some chicken. It may be a goat. Sometimes Voodoo can say this year, I want no animal. I just want you make some porridge and you share. Or you buy some cookies that you share in your neighborhood. Now, when Voodoo eats this year, it may take 2-5 years before claiming again a sacrifice of animal. But you, if you are satisfied by what Voodoo is doing for you, because before you know what your life used to be, after you get initiated in Voodoo, you know how your life is now, the improvement you have got. So with regard to that, you can decide to pay tribute, to show your gratitude to Voodoo by giving him animals every year. Now, we can see those dancing. Sometimes people kill goat, they take goat with their teeth. It happens. At that moment, it is not human beings who are acting. When we're talking about, for example, after tomorrow, you will see what I'm talking about. When you kill the goat for the voodoo, we must notice a change of the atmosphere all around us there. And if somebody was sick, if somebody was feeling bad, at that moment a little change must occur in his life. Because the spirits are happy that you are grateful toward them, to what they are doing. It's a kind of blessing. Then those who are adepts of the space, no, not simply, not initiated. When you are initiated, this means that you go to the convent, you know some secrets there. But this doesn't mean that you are adept of this voodoo. If you are adept, this means that the voodoo governs you and you have been into the convent for that specific training. The dancing, the taboos, I mean, is it taboos you say in English? What is forbidden, what we...
Taboo.
Taboo. So, you know everything about that. You understand? At that moment, you are no longer like the common human beings. So when they kill goats, the spirits can take those bodies, can enter those adepts. You understand? The adepts are used by spirits and they may convey messages. Do you understand? So when you see them do a dancing or doing something, really speaking, it is not themselves. They are not in themselves. There is some spirits using their body. Do you understand? So it happens still, they will take their teeth to take the goat where the blood is. That's the... And when it happens like that, the chief say, okay, they accept our offerings. You understand? So there are things they focus on to confirm whether the ancestors accept the offerings or not. That's what happens, and they take the go with tips. I don't know if you understand.
I've seen it, so I understand.
Have you seen it? Yeah.
Okay, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Don't you have videos of that?
I got video of all of it. Because we usually, after the day after the Voodoo festival, we go to Grand Popo.
Yeah.
But then we always go to this house in Ouida. Yeah. I don't know the name of the chief, where you see the women with the goat.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of the Voodoo priest's house. His house in Ouida. We go there. I've been there. We go every year. I think we go there first, then we go to Grand Popo.
Before going to Grand Popo.
Is either okay. Is either we go to the house after the day after the Voodoo festival, then we go to Grand Popo. I think it's all the same day. But like, did they do with the goats and the?
Anyway, you know,
the guys. I forgot. It's one of the chiefs. It's his house.
Anyway, what I will say, when we are in Voodoo community, there are points you cannot avoid.
Mm-hmm.
And even the chief, when he wants to go out, he has to ask for permissions. That's why you will notice that before he Dago gets out from his palace, he will stop.
And he pours the water.
And pour the water and do something. Do we have the permission to do that thing today? You see? After that, they will go to near the museum. Near the museum, there is a place there too. They have to take by there to ask for permissions again. So there are many points they have to take by before going to the beach for the final rituals.
Yeah.
So I think that they are just following the footsteps of their forefathers. We don't know why we should compulsorily take by this place, why we should stop at this Voodoo place and talk to the Voodoo, ask for permission before going. That's what I can say.
Do you guys have any questions?
No.
I'm quite clear. Yeah, thank you.
So that is what I can say. The question of Voodoo is very difficult to answer. That is the most important thing, because as I told you, it is a common vocabulary used first to refer to what is beyond our explanation. But we have Voodoo Wendo, which means the religion of our forefathers. And when we're talking about the religion of our forefathers, it is based on nature. And Voodoo are spirits working for the Almighty God. Voodoo, we are not going to say that Voodoo is God. We are not going to say that, but because we have different names, we have different elements. And when we take water itself, it is a Voodoo. The ocean is there. It is the highest Voodoo in Wida, we're gonna say, because the chief supreme of Voodoo is Huno. And Huno, Hu means the ocean, No means father or mother. So Huno means who controls the ocean. You see? And it is referred to as the highest palace as far as Voodoo community is concerned, all over the world. Why? Because in the past, the chief of Voodoo in that palace was able to command the ocean every year for rituals. He talks to the ocean and it divides the sea, the ground, the sun. Is it sun you say? And then we take, the chiefs will walk and go there and cook the animal they sacrifice to the Voodoo. They will cook it there and eat, and when they come out, he will talk to the ocean again and it closes. So they say that, how come the ocean that controls the world, and if the world is going to finish one day, God will take by the ocean because the water will just raise and cover everywhere. But how come a single human being commands the ocean and it acts? You understand? And the Voodoo that they have, name is Agbe. Agbe Tawoyo, which means the ocean. The ocean. And they are saying that everything we have on this earth are from the ocean. Everything. And when the day will come, and it will be really the day, the cataclysm you say,
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse, yeah. The day, if the day will come, God will compulsorily take by the water, and water will cover everything and everything will disappear again. So it is considered as a Voodoo. Do you see how difficult the thing is? So the ocean itself is a deity for them and is very powerful. And their chief used to be the most powerful at that time because nobody was able to command the ocean, but that Voodoo priest was able to command it. So that's the way it happens to be the biggest palace, in Voodoo community. So the ocean itself is a Voodoo, and we call it Agbe or Agbe Taoyo.
That's my deity over my head.
Yeah. So when we take the ocean itself, and we say Agbayanou, you will see Mami water, for example. It is from the ocean. It is recognized for two aspects. It can disturb you. You will never sleep. Maybe you will be having sex at night with somebody you never know. Maybe you sleep, you have children in your dream, but you don't have any children. But the first aspect, the aspect we consider in Voodoo window is that it symbolizes wealth, riches, money. And if you are governed by that deity, it is remarked that most of those people, financially speaking, are not so bad. So you may suffer from, you may lack things, but money will not be your major problem. So all that is from water, from the ocean, which is the biggest principle in Wida. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Anybody has any last questions?
Chef, if you could explain the purpose of the objective of what you have going on and all that good stuff, and why it was important to include the voodoo aspect of the
basically,
retreat.
This is a wellness retreat where I gathered a few women from America, from London, to come to the Voodoo Festival here in Benin and to get to know a little bit more about the spirituality of our ancestors, because as I said earlier in this workshop, if you fear aspects of what your ancestors practice, you fear aspects of yourself.
That's powerful.
So the whole retreat is based on not only learning about the foods and herbs and culture that we have regarding to healing here in West Africa, and also to see a different aspect of Africa. I know a lot of people when they came to the house, they were like, this is in Africa, yes, but also to explain what our ancestors practice, so that, like I told all the ladies here, not necessarily that you practice that you become part of the voodoo, but that you kind of understand the values that was based around the identity of your ancestors, which I think for me is where, as people of color, Black people in general, where we have to go to heal. You have to understand that the worth that our ancestors wear and what they practice. So that's basically it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Coming.
No problem. No problem.
Now we can get to the food.
Yeah, no, everything, I feel like you feel the exact same way that I do about a lot of things. Like, there's a lot of difficulties that we face with in America where we can just come here and it's like our homeland, we can be reconnected with things that we've been disconnected from. So hearing someone else say the same things made me more adamant about coming here.
Tell everybody where you're from, man.
From Cleveland, Ohio, America. But I'm out here in Benin right now. Connected with the ancestors.
What's your name?
Ramesu Sarah.
Okay. What's up, brother? Well, welcome to the motherland. Welcome to Benin.
Appreciate it.
For sure, brother. Glad you came, man. Glad
I
you
learned
came.
as much as I can.
For sure.
It's good seeing all this African royalty.
J'insiste beaucoup là-dessus parce que c'est profond, c'est lourd. Il faut être éduqué.
Based on what?
Celui qui a toujours donné le corps depuis des années.
Background and stuff like that.